Hi friends, it's me, Mr. Proft. Welcome to my very first YouTube video. I'm going to use these as a way that we can kind of stay in touch while school is closed. And you may have questions like, why did school have to close? Why are we at home right now? I'm at home right now, sitting around just like you are. The reason we did this is you've probably heard of this thing called the coronavirus. A virus, as you might know by now, is sort of like a germ, and it gets passed between people, and if you get the germ, then it can make you sick for a little bit. And what doctors and scientists are saying is that if people get together in big groups and they get super close together, it's easier for one person to pass the virus on to somebody else. And this, if you think about it, this is kind of like us when we're sitting on the rug together, right? Like, David, sit down. Oh, hey, look over there. And we're all together in one big spot. So what they're saying for us to do, and they have a fancy word for this because grown-ups have a fancy word for everything, they're saying that we need to have social distance. That means instead of being in a big giant group all together, that we kind of need to spread out a little bit to be in smaller groups, because then it's harder for one person to pass the virus on to another. It's kind of like if you were at a dinner table and you were sitting right next to somebody, it would be real super easy for one person to pass ketchup to the other person. But if you guys were farther away, like if you're at the dining room table and someone's in the bathroom, I'm in the bathroom right now, it'd be really super hard for you to pass them the ketchup. Well, the virus works the same way. If you're closer, it's easier for one person to pass it to another. If you're farther away, it's harder. So that's why we're not all in one place right now together. We're all in our different houses. And you may have even heard that places like Disneyland are closed and restaurants are closed, because those are places where lots of people get really close to each other. Now, the good news is that this won't go on forever. Eventually, the virus will run its course and less people will get sick. And eventually, we can all get back together again and be in one place. Yay, which is super cool. Can't wait for that day to happen. But the problem is we don't know exactly when that's going to be. Until that happens, we need to be at home and we need to be very patient. We need to wait for the doctors to give us the all clear and say it's okay for us to get back together in our big groups. And waiting can be really hard. Which reminded me this morning when I was thinking about this, about my favorite book about having to be patient called Waiting is Not Easy. And it's one of those really cool Piggy and Gerald books that I love so much. So I thought, since I have this YouTube channel, I could go ahead and read this to you. One of my favorite books. I could share it to you just like we were still at school. And I may have read this to you guys before, so but it's a classic. It's worth rereading. I'm going to open that up right now. And I like the illustrations. It's got little tiny Gerald and Piggy right there. And there's that title page again. Waiting is not easy, which is so true. So true. Oh, beginning of the book. So there's Piggy, and she comes bouncing in. Gerald! And Gerald's really excited. I have a surprise for you. Yay! What is it? The surprise is a surprise. Oh. Is it big? Yes. Is it pretty? Yes. Can we share it? Yes. Oh my gosh, I like it when she's doing a little handspring. Yes. You ever been so happy that you just flew upside down like that? I don't think I've ever been that happy. I cannot wait. You will have to. Wait. What? Why? The surprise is not here yet. So I will have to wait for it? Yes. Oh my gosh. He looks very upset. It's like, wait a minute. You gotta wait. I want it now. Groan! Look at that. Such a big groan. It's squashing her. Blah. This is me standing in front of the microwave waiting for my burrito to be done. Ah, I want it now. Oh well, if I have to wait, I will wait. She's kind of dizzy because she got squashed by the words. I am waiting. Tinier voice. Waiting is not easy. Piggy, I want to see your surprise now. I'm sorry, Gerald. But we must wait. Look, she's sitting down, kind of like she's meditating, doing yoga, being very super calm. Groan! Look, he's groaning even bigger and smashing her. It's a big groan. I am done waiting. I do not think your surprise is worth all this waiting. I will not wait anymore. He's fed up. He's taken off. And there she is, being very calm and relaxed. Okay, I will wait some more. It will be worth it. Some of the things you have to wait for the longest are always totally worth it, right? Like Christmas. You got to wait a whole year for Christmas, and then it comes around. It's like, ah, hooray, we're here. So it will be worth it. Groan! Look, even the biggest groan yet. Squashed her even more. I think it even says what to say on the bottom. Eek! It's squashed. Look at that. I like that look. Ah! Again, that's me waiting for my burrito. Ah! 2 minutes, I want it now. Piggy! We have waited too long. Look at her, she's all squashed by the groan. It's getting dark. Well, I didn't notice that. Did you notice that? That as the story goes, the background, it gets darker and darker at the beginning of the story. The page is really white, and then it slowly, the page starts to get darker and darker, and the background gets darker. It's really cool. It's the author kind of showing us that, I guess, nighttime is coming. That's a really neat touch. I like that. It's getting darker. Soon, we will not be able to see each other. Soon, we will not be able to see anything. Like the bulgy eyes. We have wasted the whole day. Well, we have waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. And waited for what? What? For that, she says. And she's pointing up. What do you think she's pointing up at? Well, I've read this to you, so you probably know what it is. But it got darker, and she's pointing at the sky. What could be up in the sky when it's dark that you'd like to see? All the stars. If you've ever been camping and you get way far away from the city and you get way out in the woods or way out in the mountains, the stars are really super beautiful because there's no other light to obscure them. So it's really beautiful. And there they are right there like, whoa, that's awesome. This was worth all the wait. I know. So, and of course, tomorrow morning, I want to show you the sunrise. I cannot wait. And look, there's all these books, as we know, have a secret pigeon in it. There's the secret pigeon. The pigeon's like, wow. So in the book, what's the elephant's name? It's Gerald. I can never keep this straight. It's Gerald had to wait, and it was really super hard. It was really super hard, but at the end, it was all worth it. So I think we've got a long wait until we can get back to school and all be together again, but it's going to be worth it because we're going to help keep people safe by not getting folks sick, and eventually it's going to be really awesome to get back together again. I can't wait for that day. Until then, I'm going to try to upload a video like this every day. I know they're not as snazzy as maybe some of the YouTube videos you're used to watching, but I'll do my best to snazz these up as I learn how to do this. And again, I'm really going to look forward to checking in with you guys. If you want to reach me, if you want to ask me a question, or if you want to suggest something I could do in another video, you can go ahead and contact me either through the Remind app that all of your grown-ups have. You can send me messages directly that way, or you could email me I will send out my email address again, so you guys, if you want to, you can ask a question or suggest something to do in a video. My email address is patrick.proft@aspirepublicschools.org, but I'll send that out again so your grown-ups can have that handy. But I would really look forward to hearing from you until we can all get back together again. So until then, we'll see you around, and be cool. Bye-bye.